Hey paper crafters, thank you so much for joining me today. I love that you took the time to pop by my channel, check out the video that I've got going, and hopefully stay and poke around a little bit. I'm really excited to be able to offer some videos now and then and share my love of paper crafting. So I hope you find something that you enjoy and come back to see me another time. Bye-bye. Hey paper crafting friends, thanks for joining me today. I am going to be working on my July calendar. It has been a while since I've been able to dig that out, and I'm a little sad that I'm falling behind. So I pulled out some paper from the July 2021 Kiwi Club Kit, and this is the palette that I'm going to be working with today. And this kit is so fun. It has a lot of really cool like theme park and fair themes to it. But I can already tell you that when I go to put pictures in this calendar, I did not do anything like that this summer, and so I won't have anything that's really themed that way. So I am going for more of a bright, summery feel, and that's what I'm going to go off of for this month's calendar. So look at these darling templates that came with it. So cute. It just doesn't necessarily fit for what I'll have for that July. So here we go. These are the colors I'll be using. Planning on trying to do something, like I said, just summery and bright and fun. If you are not a calendar person, please don't decide, I'm not even gonna watch. You can definitely still tune in, and this would make a fun, just single page layout. So let me get something laid out with my templates, and I'll pop back and show you where we're headed. All right, let's see if I can give you a picture of what I've got in mind here. I decided to pull out this fun little summer shine embellishment. I believe this was in the May 2021 kit, and I haven't used it yet, but I think it's going to be really sweet. I also grabbed one of our new templates. This is from the Whimsy accessory set, and it looks like just a great big sunshine, and I'm going to have that coming out behind a template. So like I said, I just really want a fun summery feel this time. I used Borders Chestnut Drive 2A and 2B. This one has just enough curve that I think I can make it work right over this July. I'll show you that in just a second. I've got two 4x5s here, and then I'm going to be matting a 4x6 there. And let me scooch this for you. This view is always a little challenging with the calendar. So what I've got here is the Chestnut Drive 2B, and this is what I was talking about. That curve is just right over the July. And then I'm going to use a Tiny Wildflower. This is Tiny Wildflower 5, and just have it coming out here. So that could kind of mimic that sun feel, or it could be a flower, okay, either way. But this is the layout that I'm looking at for this time. And I will start making some color choices and pop back on and show you how this is coming together. I don't know about you, but it is always really important to me to try to make the most of my paper. So I just wanted to share a quick idea here. From this yellow sheet, clearly I've already used a funny little piece of it, right? My goal is always to maintain a 12-inch piece somewhere. So if I were to grab this and just kind of be willy-nilly about where I put it, I might not end up with very much of this paper left. So I always want to be really thoughtful about utilizing the space that I have as well as possible. So I'm going to try this there because that seems to be a good fit. And then I think if I turn this Whimsy, let's see if I can kind of nestle it down here. Okay, so I can get this Whimsy right in here. This is going to be tucked, so I can even bring it down a little bit more. Okay, and really make the most of this part of this paper. That's going to leave me this big chunk here, and then another small piece for something in the future. So just a thought, kind of play with those templates before you trace, and kind of think ahead about what else you may want to do with this paper so that you are, have it around if that's a goal. If not, I get it. Some people are like, nope, let me use my paper up. I am tired of staving it. So you do you, but this is just my idea. So, all right, just another quick tip. I just want to remind you that when you're working with templates that have these little cutout pieces, it does not mean that you have to somehow figure out how to cut those out of your whole design. I've seen people try to do that like with an X-Acto knife, and sometimes that does not go well. So I went ahead and cut out this Flutterby. So what I did is just cut the whole thing with red. And then to go ahead and finish this up, what I'm gonna do is trace these little pieces. And I'm just gonna try to do it so I'm not using a ton of paper, right? And I'm gonna cut these out. I'll ink them, and I'll go ahead and attach them onto my red base. Okay, so just something to remember when you're working on these. Here's the nice thing about doing this way. When you're ready to put those little pieces on that you cut out, you can just put your template over it. Go ahead and apply your glue in those little spots. And then you can grab your pieces and use that template as a guide to help you get them in the right spot. So I know kind of visualizing space, we all have kind of different skill level with that. So if this kind of helps you to get those where you want them without having to estimate as much, it does work. So I've got all my little pieces there, and my template just pops right, whoop, brought my thing with it. My template just pops off, and I can leave behind all my little parts. So makes a perfect little match, and I end up with that little cutie pie. So I am just about ready to show you the rest of the calendar, so stay tuned. All right, so I am ready to see this come together. I hope you are too. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this big Whimsy piece. Look at how bright and just fun that is. That is gonna be so cute behind that border. The Chestnut Drive 2A is here. And I did make it a tiny bit shorter than the template. And I'll talk about why in just a minute. What else have I got? Okay, so for up there, I've got the Summer Sunshine. And remember that was from, I think, the May 2020 or 2021 Kiwi Club Kit. And I've got one of these fun little butterflies for right up here. So loving that. Just bright and fun up at the top of the page. I had originally planned to do a large, like 6.5 inch orange strip here, like as a background. That was my original plan, like this big orange strip, and then maybe a smaller strip down here at the bottom of this floral paper. After I played with that a little bit, I really wasn't a fan. I decided to go ahead and just stick with the white background behind the photos. I'm pulling this out, and I decided that I liked the idea of just going with, instead of that 1 inch strip down here, what I did was took that strip, cut it in half, and the back side is this really pretty turquoise. So I am gonna do a strip of the turquoise right up here, like this, okay? And then as far as these picture mats, this is what I decided to do. I took that orange, and I'm still gonna use it, but I'm using it for the actual photo mat piece. I cut one larger mat out of the blue, and that's actually going to mat the mat. Okay, that's a 4x6 mat in the orange, and then these are 4x5 and 4x5, and they're just going to tuck under the edge just a little bit. So they're still going to fit a decent sized picture, but I just like how it looked better on the white than trying to do the orange and then hope that I found photos that were right and bright enough that they didn't need matted. I don't know. So I like how that blocking ended up. Let me scooch this up just a bit so you can see the bottom section. I've got this Wildflower 5T that's going to go here. And I think it kind of looks like a sun poking out. It's got a really similar feel to what I did up top. Okay, I've got the other half of that Chestnut Drive. So this is 2B. And I don't know if you can see here on the template, I did make my swoop down here just a little bit more steep, just to give a little bit more space for that July to show up. And then we're going to go ahead and put this other strip here just to carry that similar feel. And I did make one more butterfly, or Flutterby is actually the name of the template. And I thought that would be kind of fun to have down here as well. So I'll do a slide so you can see the whole thing. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is when I put this together, I'll use some like foam mounting tape on the butterflies and just elevate them up. But this turned out exactly like I was hoping. It is just bright, it's summery, it's going to go with some fun pictures when I decide to go ahead and get this one put together. And I'm excited to see how that all happens. So I hope you got some ideas for either a one-page layout or for a calendar layout. I am really, really happy I got to spend some time with you today. My life is extra busy right now between a new job and some family that's staying with us. So I have not gotten ink on my fingers in probably 3 weeks. So I was really excited to get inky and play with my templates a little bit and get to share a little bit with you. So whatever you're up to, I hope that it's bringing you some joy. And I really hope that I can find another little chunk of time to see you again real soon. So take care, and thanks again for popping in today. Bye-bye.